We say this thing a lot in entertainment and music, culture vultures. People who don't look like us, come from our communities, come from our walks of life, see we got something going on, come in and take it, use it on our own, and run off with it. Outside of that swag surfing thing, I've seen black people sayings be taken away from us. I remember Kim Kardashian had that, I didn't come this far just to come this far thing. Remember Drake used that on that song, I think Seek and Destroy or Search and Destroy. It was an intro to it. But when Kim Kardashian said that, a lot of people ran with that quote and as if Kim Kardashian phrased that quote. But if you look like me, you come from my background, you've heard that from aunt, a great aunt, a grandma, a great grandma, a great grandpa, whatever the case may be. This is a popular black saying. I don't know if black people came up with it or coined the phrase, but we definitely made it popular. So that's one example. Another thing, and I hate to use Kim Kardashian because I'm not a person who's opposed to the Kardashian family. I don't really care for them one way or another. But y'all remember it was either Kim or it was Kylie. One of them had cornrows a couple years ago. And all these, we seen a lot of op-ed pieces about how they're breaking cornrows back as if like cornrows and braids hadn't been in our culture for so long. But they was able to come in and take that and make it their own because the media said so. Not because they wanted to, but because the media said so. And how this ties back into what I'm talking about, this culture vulture thing is that, like, think about the term culture vulture. A vulture prays. Think about a vulture soaring in the sky, um, and they see a carcass, whether it's a carcass of a bull, a horse, wherever the case may be. That carcass is not going to fight back. There's no fight in that carcass. It's a carcass. It's dead. So why wouldn't a vulture come in and pick at that if it's appetizing and it's no fighting back? The thing with us is the carcass is us giving away things that are sacred to us. The swag surf. The swag surf is something that's sacred to the black community. I don't care what anybody say. The song and the dance is something that's sacred to us. There are certain sayings that's sacred to the black community. There are certain styles that are sacred to the black community. There are certain food and recipes that are sacred to the black community. And the more that we give these things away, the vultures are going to eat at it. Because again, if the vultures see something appetizing and there's no fight for them to get it, why wouldn't they get it? And so essentially we have become the dead carcass. Or maybe that's or repetitive or redundant. But we have become the carcass, offering things up, things that are sacred to us. And the problem with that is that the more sacred things that we get away with or give away, the more identity we lose. These things are sacred to us because they make up our identity, they uphold our culture, and that's what bond us. Like one of my best friends is from Georgia. Another one of my best friends is from Maryland. We come from completely different walks of life. But a lot of things that we've learned, a lot of things that is true in my family, a lot of things is true in another person's family, we bond over that because there's this unspoken language between black people all across America. We are bonded in one way or another, whether that's through food, whether that's through fashion, whether that's through sports, whether that's through dialect, wherever the case may be. There are things that uphold our identity and our culture all across the diaspora. And the more we let go of those things, the least strong, the weaker our identity becomes. Think about the history of America and just the identity of America. America is built on stealing things. We were stolen from our native land, and now our history is literally tied into America because we are not, I'm not going to say we because not all of us, but the majority of us are not connected to our ancestors because we don't, our great grandparents, great great grandparents don't know anything about their great grandparents or great great grandparents from Africa because they were literally ripped from a continent to and brung to another continent and had to like uproot their life and create a brand new identity. They lost languages. They lost, if there was religion, they lost religion. They lost, well, they brought the trades with them. That's what's, built up America. But that identity that made them who they were in one continent was stripped away on another continent and they had to form a brand new identity. Think about just the land in itself. Like America wasn't always ours. America was stolen from Native Americans. America was stolen from Mexicans. And somehow now we are the United States of America, even though we're not actually united. And now we're having people to where they're trying to keep um Mexicans out of America. Native Americans are forced into certain specific, or not forced. They were given certain specific spaces within America. And when we think about the things like that is the history of America. And so a lot of times these things were attained violently with fights, but they still gained them because of the power that they had. So here we are 400, 500 years later, we giving away things for free. Where do we think that this is going to end? Now, I'm not saying that we got to stop everybody from being into our culture, but when we think about this idea of like inviting such and such to the barbecue because, oh, he know how to dance, or because he know this song, or because he or she is dating this person of color, we have to be more aware who we are inviting, because it's important that we uphold our culture. And the more we give away,